Hi, welcome to this video showing you version 2 of my, coming soon version 2 of my real-time LoRa editing block nodes. So there's been quite a significant number of changes. I'm going to keep this quick because I know view times are short on this kind of thing. There's a lot of substantial changes in here. Now, I've unified into one loader and analyzer for a start, and I've got two of them here for two separate LoRas. I will go into the new features, but just without any adjustments, I'm going to queue that. It's actually got the image already generated because I did it a few minutes ago, but you can see the two LoRas, which are a 1920s horror LoRa and this character called Glara H, are kind of messily mushed together. And Glara H does not look like Glara H should look like. Let's just disable that and we'll see Glara H is how she's supposed to look. So we've turned off the 1920s LoRa and Glara H is supposed to look like that. So I'm going to, before I show you the new features, I'm going to just disable this and we can do it. Here's one I prepared earlier over here. So I'm just going to enable this. Now, this will be a slightly slower and more useful demonstration, this one. So this is the same two LoRas. Now you can see Glara H is loaded here and the 20s horror is loaded here. I'm using a face preset here, face priority aggressive. It doesn't mean aggressive face, it means it's just the layers. All the layers I found really do face. There is a slightly lesser priority one there, but this face priority aggressive gets the highest keeping of face within the LoRa, and then you can turn off the other layers. Now, if I scroll across to here, in the 20s horror LoRa, I found that this style was kind of across all the layers, but I have lowered the face quite a bit, that facial section, to reduce the conflicts with the face in the Glara H. By the way, I have vastly improved the detection of different LoRa types, especially the variety of FLUX variants there are with different trainers and inconsistencies in metadata between them. Big shout out to some incredibly helpful people on Reddit to make that happen. Let's submit this one. And we will see the face is definitely better. And the image in general is better. There's a bit more structure. There's not this weird vertical banding. The face is improved. Let me just go across. I'm going to show you all three together in a minute. That, of course, is the one with Glara disabled. Let me just, in fact, I'll just go down here. Oh, bollocks. Pardon my French. Let me just quickly re-enable that so we can bring distorted Glara back to life. Yeah, so if you compare that, slightly weird facial shape, axe is kind of like aiming towards her shoulder, and this vertical banding. And if you, let me just disable these, because I do not want to mess up the rest of the generations in this video. There isn't the vertical banding, face is more normal, engaging the camera, axe going the right way. Still has a 1920s kind of low quality look because it's trained on 1920s low quality footage. So let's just show you one more thing actually before we go to the next one. I want to show you a feature down here. You can now, once you've tweaked your LoRa's, you can now actually save them. They're saved to this path. This gets remembered, and so you can just use them in any LoRa loader without tweaking any of the settings. You can basically refine LoRa's that you have made or other people have made, make a LoRa more compatible with a character you have made or another character you've downloaded, whatever the case may be. Make two styles play nicely together, or a person and another style, etc. And then just save them ready to go. Now, I'm going to disable this. I'm going to leave the image alive there so I can show that to you in a minute again. This is a new technique that was not in version 1 at all. And this is something I've used to love doing in Automatic, and I wrote my own little extension for it and then used someone else's as well but effectively it's LoRa strength scheduling. And what this does, it allows you to change the strength of a LoRa during the generation. Now that looks like Greek, but these presets don't. So this, for instance, is an inverted version. It's called dip middle, but it's an inversion of peak middle. which is up here somewhere, but inverted dip middle. So basically what that does is the LoRa strength dips in the middle. So it starts at 0.8 strength. See, 0, 0. If the first numbers before the colons are your proportion through the generation. So when you've just started the generation, it's at 0.8. When you're 0.4 of the way through the generation, it's 0.8. When you're at 0.45 of the way through the generation, it drops to 0. And then goes back up to 0.8 at 0.6. So it basically means the LoRa takes a break right in the middle, which gives the face a bit more time to improve and the character to come through, and a lot more looks like 90s footage rather than 20s footage. Actually, 1990 suddenly gone to Buffy from 1920 something else. So if you want to actually look at all three together, you can see here with the scheduling, with the adjustments on this, with the sliders, and with no adjustments whatsoever. Now, this version 2 of these nodes is coming out, I think, on the December 27th. I have a day off that day to finish any tweaks, and the plan is I'm fixing a number of bugs and little issues at the moment, but this beta that you're using now, or you're seeing now, is actually available now on my Buy Me a Coffee link for members and supporters, but it is the exact same version coming out free for everyone after I finish testing with a smaller group of people effectively on December 27th. Any questions, hit me up in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer. Thank you very much.